Hello, everyone, and very warm welcome to today's live session. This is Mohammad Obaydul Haque, Associate Director at Admission Group, and I'm delighted to have you all with us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and all social medias. Today's we are going to talk about one of the most exciting study destinations in the UK, the prestigious Bloomsbury Institute London, an institution located right in the heart of London and well known for its business, accounting, and finance programs. So joining me today is Mr. Mehdi Mounsif, who is an education consultant and a student recruitment executive at Bloomsbury Institute London. Mehdi, thank you for joining us today. It's a
Thank you
pleasure
so
to
much.
have you with us.
Thank you, Obaydul. So happy to be here.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mehdi. I'm a student recruitment executive here at Bloomsbury Institute. I work with educational agents. I also work with direct international applicants, all the way from the inquiry stage through to enrollment. So I help people from around the world, help them understand the programs, the admission process, and what it's like to live and study in London. But yeah, that's me.
That's great. That's great, Mehdi. Thank you so much for your nice introduction. As you are the alumni of Bloomsbury Institute, so we will get more, in-depth feelings of Bloomsbury Institute now, and our students and our, partners will have a great knowledge about the Bloomsbury Institute. No problem. So I'm also asking my, the students or the partners who has any questions, they can comment in the comment sections, and then we will get back to them or answer Mr. Mehdi from Bloomsbury Institute. He will also answer all the questions you have. In the meantime, I'm going to ask some questions to Mehdi. So Mehdi, why the Bloomsbury Institute London? Why should the people choose Bloomsbury Institute London?
So Bloomsbury, I'll tell you a little bit about Bloomsbury. So Bloomsbury Institute is an independent higher education provider. We're regulated
Mhm.
by the Office for Students here in the UK. We're based right in central London, Zone 1. If you know where the British Museum is, we're literally neighbours with the British Museum. We're surrounded by some of the most famous and prestigious universities and professional networks in the world. So we we are awarded by all our undergraduate and postgraduate degrees are awarded by Birkbeck, University of London, which means students will graduate with a degree awarded by a globally recognized University of London institution. We do pride ourselves on combining strong academic standards with a very practical, career-focused approach.
Good, good. Thank you. So what programs they run? They run undergraduate and postgraduate, or just postgraduate?
Pardon?
Bloomsbury Institute runs undergraduate program and postgraduate both, or just
So
undergraduate?
Yep. So we run undergraduate and postgraduate degrees. We also have
Mhm,
top-up courses.
mhm.
If you don't know what top-up course is, it's the third and last year of the undergraduate course. So if people have done level 4, level 5 previously, they can come and do the third year and get a degree with us. So we've got three kind of courses. Our undergraduate and postgraduate courses are mainly in business management, accounting and finance, and law and legal practice. So
Okay.
for undergraduate, for example, we've got BA Business Management with specialized routes. So you will get to specialize on the third year with either in marketing, HR, or entrepreneurship. We've got a BSc Accounting and Finance, and we've got an LLB Law and Legal Practice. If you want to pursue a career in law. Regarding postgrad, we've got MBA, we've got MSc Management, we've got MSc Accounting and Finance, and then we've got MSc Finance and Wealth Management. So these are the kind of courses we've got. And
Okay.
also, since I mentioned the top up, like I said, all the three undergraduate courses, we've got top up courses for them as well. Um, so plenty to
That's
choose
fine.
from. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. So could you just tell me a bit about MBA, MSc Management, MSc Accounting and Finance, and MSc Finance and Wealth Management, whatever the courses you have, and
Yes.
what are the benefits of these courses?
The MBA is the Masters of Business Administration. You will be studying a different type of modules. It's not very different from the MSc Management, but it will just the only difference that would be in there is that you will need work experience to join an MBA, as if you're doing an MSc management,
Mhm.
you will just need an undergraduate degree. So what, like for example, the modules that you'll be studying will be strategy and leadership in practice, critical issues in international business management. Also, all the MBA is accredited by CMI, and our graduates will receive a level 7 diploma in strategic framework on top of their masters. So that's something
Okay,
interesting.
that's fine. That's fine. That's quite interesting. So, could you just tell me what are the entry requirements for international students who wish to join one of these master's programs or the undergraduate programs?
So for the master's programs, ideally you will just need a bachelor's degree that is equivalent to UK degree with an average score of 55%. The MBA is the only one that requires a bachelor's degree plus 2 years managerial work experience. Um, Obviously, on top of that, you will need an English language test. Um, if some people from certain countries might have certain qualifications that are national qualifications, that would give them a waiver for the English language. So it will depend country by country and what qualification you've got. You might need an English language test. If you don't need it, you'll get a waiver for that.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Okay, so
Um, Sorry, just to mention about the undergrad as well. Um, so for undergraduate entry into the first year, you will need a qualification that is equivalent to A levels or IB, so that would be level 3 qualification, and you will also need a English language test. Um, for the top up, you will need level 4, level 5. So like anything like a qualification like HND, for example. So if you've got a HND, you can join the third year. Obviously, it has to be within the discipline, your HND. But yeah, that's another option for people with um, other types of certificates and
okay,
qualifications.
that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so you also accept YAK and NECO from Nigerian region,
Yes.
African
Yeah,
region? Yes.
we do.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So, what is the score for YAK? The
Um, um,
C6?
I think
Yeah,
it's
C6.
grade C6.
Yeah, C6. Okay, no problem. So, can you just tell me a bit about how many intakes do you have during the year, and when should applicants ideally apply? What's the time frame?
Yeah, so we've got about 3 intakes per year.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm,
for postgraduate and top-up courses, they run for all 3 intakes. However, the undergraduate 3 years courses only run for 2 intakes. So we've got an
mhm,
October intake, a February intake, and a June intake.
mhm.
The undergraduate 3 years would only be running on the October intakes and the February intakes for now. Um, the applications are open for all intakes. The only thing that we will be prioritizing the upcoming intake instead of the one after it. So if you apply for, let's say, October, your application will probably be dealt with 8 months before the start date, 6 to 8
Okay.
months before the start date. Yeah.
That's quite good. That's quite good. So let's come back to the tuition fees and scholarships opportunities because obviously lots of students they want the scholarships, discounts, and everything. So what is the tuition fees for masters and undergraduate programs for international students? Are there any scholarships opportunity or free reductions available?
Yep. So our postgraduate courses are 15,000 for the MBA and the MSc management. However, for the MSc accounting and finance and wealth management is 16,500. All our undergraduate courses are £12,000 per year. Top up as well is £12,000 per that year. Um, Regarding scholarships, we are offering regional scholarships to applicants coming from African countries. So the scholarship for the upcoming intake is £3,000 that will be deducted from the initial tuition fees.
Mhm.
Regarding deposits, for postgrad and top up, the deposit is 50%. of the tuition fees. However, for entry onto the first year for the 3 years undergrad, it's 75% of year one fees.
Okay, that's quite good. So after the fee deduction, it might be £10,000 for undergraduate or £12,000 for the postgraduate,
So yeah, so if it's for
depending on the
undergrad,
course.
yeah, it will be nine thousand
Yes,
pounds for undergrad.
that's quite
Um,
that's
yeah,
quite cheap. That's quite cheap, and they are getting the prestigious Birkbeck University of London degree.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of professional accreditations or industry levels do these programs have? Can you just explain a little bit?
So all our courses are professionally accredited. Our, like for example, our MBA and MSc management are accredited by the Chartered Management Institute (CMI), and students, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, will receive a level 7 diploma that leads to chartered manager status after 3 years of relevant work experience. The MSc Accounting and Finance is accredited, for example, by CIMA. So given that would give any graduates from with an MSc Accounting Finance up to 11 exemptions towards their professional accounting qualification. So this is mainly for people who wanting to qualify as an accountant. And these accreditations make our graduates globally competitive. For law, for example, we are accredited by Silex. So our graduates, after they finish the 3 years, they just need 3 years of relevant work experience. That would be legal work experience, and then they can qualify as a chartered legal executive. And a chartered legal executive is basically a type of lawyer. So there's that route, but they can also take the traditional route and go for the solicitors or barristers route if
Okay.
they want to. For the BSc Accounting and Finance, also accredited by ACCA, and they will get 9 exemptions from ACCA for those wanting to qualify as an accountant.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So, can I just ask you, how does Bloomsbury support international students in terms of visa, accommodation, and working while studying? Because I have 20 hours permit or something like that.
Indeed. So we do provide full support for international students. It's for any international. We also offer support for our domestic students as well. So that would be from all the way, like I said, from inquiry stage all the way to enrollment. So we will help them with um, their application. We will help them with the getting everything ready for the CAS. Once they get their CAS, we give them guidance on how to apply for the visa. Regarding accommodation, we don't have our own accommodation. However, we do have accommodation partners around the campus, and some of them can give discounts for our students, little discounts. We also got a page on our website that you can go and find available rooms around London or around the campus, depending on how far you want to go. We'll also guide you on which websites to look at if you want to do private rental, things you should be aware of, just to make sure everyone is aware of how things work here in London.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, obviously they'll be able to work 20 hours per week when they're studying. However, they've got their break or when they're finished studying, they'll be able to work full time. We will be guiding them or helping them find part-time jobs. We do have the student guild that just focuses on the student journey and what the student needs, basically. So they'll be able to help them with finding jobs. We also offer jobs from our side as well to students. They can join the student guild itself, become peers, get paid for it. They can become student ambassadors. So there's plenty of things available for students to do, obviously on the side of the
That's good.
studies.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That the Bloomsbury Institute is super supportive for the students. So the student face any difficulties, they can communicate to them, and there are lots of team members they are working on it, so they can go ahead with this. Could you just explain a little bit? You know, London is an amazing place to study. You know very well. So about the student life in Central London and the benefits on being based in London, Central London.
Yeah.
Someone thinks that it's expensive, but what are the benefits? Just tell a little
It
bit.
is it's definitely expensive, but obviously being based in Bloomsbury, you're in the heart of London's academic and cultural centre. So our main teaching site is in Euston Road, close to major stations, cafes, and parks. And students can get involved with just like internally, they can get involved with Bloomsbury Radio, for example. We've got an actual radio running 24/7, and students can have their own shows. It's a good thing to add to your CV, radio experience. Also got law clinic, mainly for our law students, but they will be able to get legal work experience from there. Community projects, all of which help you build skills and make connections. It's a really vibrant area. It's multicultural, so it's a beautiful place to be honest. If you're going to be in
Yes,
London,
I would. Yeah, I would like to add something little bit about that.
yeah,
The London, though it is expensive a little bit for the accommodation, but the food cost and everything is similar to other cities. And also the student who has been in the UK, they can feel it that London city, if they study in London or stay in London, they can communicate to the other business, it is business hub, so they can communicate other business persons and all lots of people coming from different countries they can meet. So it is a great opportunity for them if they study in London to get the skills and also experience from different people and also different company.
definitely.
Um, I can see that lots of students are commenting. They have a lots of questions. I will get back to them after our, discussion. So I hope that some of the students will get the answer in our discussion. But also, if they have not got the answer, then we will get back to them answering all the comments. So keep commenting, dear students. Keep commenting all for questions, and then we'll get back to you. So, Mehdi, can you just tell me that how does the programs at Bloomsbury prepare students for employment or career progressions, both in the UK or internationally?
Yeah. So we're very focused on employability. Actually, in fact, all our courses are heavily focused on the professional side of things. So also like on the side, every student will take part in our it's called Let's Grow program, which builds
Mhm.
practical career skills. We also offer one-to-one career support through our student engagement and career teams. And as soon as obviously you get your CAS, you can access to what is called the Student Circus. It's a website where you can find jobs and specifically sponsored jobs, mainly tailored for international graduates. So you can start exploring UK job opportunities before you even arrive, basically. Um, but yeah, also, like I said, regarding the course itself, like for example, um, the accounting and finance course, it clearly shapes you if you want to go into accountancy or go into finance. So it gives you all the skills you need, and the networks you need to go into and start a career in that specific field.
Okay, good. Good, that's good. Okay, can I just ask you, because most of the students are from Africa and South Asia, they are now. So, are there any special support service or, pathways for the students from these regions?
Like I said, well, the same support is offered to all international students. We
Okay.
take good care of them. We offer them, I'm one of the people who are constantly in touch with students, throughout the process, just making sure everything is fine, answering any questions they might have. If they're worried about something, I'll be there to comfort them, and
We
just
are also in Nigeria. So we are in Nigeria. We are supporting all the students who wants to study in Bloomsbury Institute, and we
amazing,
have many branches around the world. So, my
amazing.
dear students or any other partners wants to get the help for the Bloomsbury Institute admission, you can contact with us, and then we are going to support A to Z. And Mr. Mehdi is here always, and he's super supportive person.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Mehdi, can I just ask you something about if the student's English qualification is slightly below the required level,
Yeah.
what options are available for them?
So usually, because based on the UKVI rules,
Mhm.
visa wise as well, it is preferable that they reach that minimum requirement. So for this case, I would usually just ask them to prepare again and take another test, just to be again sure that, you get your visa, everything is done perfectly and by the book. So yeah, for that type kind of case, I would say prepare a little bit longer, then retake the test when you're fully.
Yes, and English is mandatory. Otherwise, it's an English-speaking country. They cannot continue their study if they don't know the English very well. So it is wise to be prepared for the English, but for the Nigerian people, they have WAEC or NECO, so they don't need to worry about the English
Yeah,
because they are
exactly.
also English from English-speaking country. Mehdi, before going to the comment sections, what advice would you give the student who wants to apply now but is unsure about meeting all the requirements? Do you have any advice or something?
Well, my advice is simple. It would be apply early. Even if you're missing one or two items, you don't know, you're not sure, just apply. So then we can process your application. We can tell you what, if there is something that is needed, we'll say this is what you need to focus on and provide us with this and this. So you can have enough time to provide everything that is required. We can then issue conditional offer, and our team will guide you through, completing everything. But don't wait until everything is perfect. Just start the process, and we'll support you along the way.
Yes. So I got some of the questions from the comments and also I'm
Yeah.
showing it. So do you accept students with a non-business background for MSc Accounting and Finance?
So for MSc Accounting and Finance, the background must be in accounting, finance, banking, or related subjects specifically.
Okay.
However, MBA and MSc Management, the undergraduate degree can be in any discipline whatsoever.
Actually, so a student got the answer. So for MSc in Accounting and Finance, they have to have the relevant background. Otherwise, it is
Yes.
quite difficult for them to get in. But they can go for MSc Business Management, right?
Yep. MSc Management or
Yes.
MBA. Yeah,
Good.
if they've got the work experience.
Okay. So Mr. Mir Muhammad is asking, could you please tell us more about MBA course structure?
As in the modules of what you'll be studying,
Mm.
and yeah. So the course is runs in 3 terms. So like first term, each term will have 2 modules, and each module is worth 30 credits, and both modules in term one are mandatory, by the way. So term one, you'll be studying strategy and leadership practice. Assessments wise, it will be a portfolio or a report, two of them per module. The other module, for example, would be critical issues in international business management. Again, assessments will be kind of the same. Second term, it will be leading strategic management projects, innovation and entrepreneurship. Term three, you will have a final project. For your final projects, you will just need to identify a complex issue within the field of business studies or practice. And you will need to explain the aims and objectives for a dissertation or a project, which, that's what you're going to be doing for your final projects.
Yeah. So I got another questions regarding that. What is the difference between MSc Management and MBA at Bloomsbury Institute?
Well, the MBA is kind of higher than the MSc Management. Is seen as
Management.
is seen as a
Leader-
better qualification.
So for the leadership role, they can go for MBA.
Yeah,
They can go for next
obviously,
further.
if they
Yes.
have the managerial work experience.
Okay, that's good. So, and another student is asking Ms. Afolake, hello, I would like to ask about accommodation availability,
Yep.
please.
So, like I said earlier, we do have accommodation partners. So there will be students' accommodation. Um, Living in central London can be a bit expensive. So if you think that's a bit expensive for you, you could always go for private rental. There's excellent transportation links. So if you go even like to zone two or zone three, you'll be fine. You can get to central London in half an hour. It's not a problem. There's enough
Yeah,
tubes and
but
buses.
I think London is, there are lots of student accommodation nearby,
Yep.
so they can get their private accommodation, IQ student accommodation, Uni 8, and lots of many more.
Yeah,
Okay, so
definitely.
yeah, one student is asking, Ajoy, what package does Bloomsbury has for HND holders?
So if you've got a HND in relevant subjects, you can apply for a top-up course. So like I said, we've got top-up for business management, top-up for accounting and finance, and top-up for law. Law is a bit difficult because then your level 4, level 5 must be in English law. So just ignore that. But if you've got a business HND or an accounting HND, you can apply for one of those top-ups. And that would give you a
Okay.
bachelor's degree with
Oh,
us.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So another student, Mr. Scholastica, are there any scholarships for African students or those with strong academic backgrounds?
So we've got regional scholarship, nothing merit based at the moment, but anyone from an African country will get £3,000 scholarship. So that would be
That's
three
quite
thousand
good.
off
Yeah.
the
So after
initial.
the scholarships, it could be 12,000 or 13,000, something like that. In the
Yeah,
obviously they are going to study in central London and getting the degree from Birkbeck University of
University.
London. So
Yes.
that's a prestigious university.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's a good questions. What is Bloomsbury payment plan after the initial deposit?
So
Ajay.
after the initial deposit, once you get your CAS, you arrive here, we enroll you. After you've done your enrollment, you then sit down with our finance team, and then they give you a 6 installments plan. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so 50% that is remaining is paid in 6 installments.
Okay,
However,
so
for
they
sorry,
can arrange
sorry,
discussing with the team.
so the standard is 6 installments. Um,
Okay.
So they pay 50% deposit, and then when they get here, they pay the rest in 6 installments. For entry onto the 3 years, because the deposit is 75% of year one fees, that whatever's remaining is going to be paid in 6 installments as well.
Yeah.
But then second and third year, it will be 50% deposit, 6 installments, 50% deposit, 6 installments.
Okay, that's great. But for the Nigerian people, they have 4,000 pounds deposit.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a great opportunity that with the minimum deposits, I can pay the rest of the amount in installment. Another question is, does Bloomsbury help a student with accommodation arrangements? There's a similar
Yes,
question before they
so we will
ask.
give you the guidance you need on where to look at and what to be, careful.
Obviously, they will get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure. Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mehdi, for sharing all this valuable information about Bloomsbury Institute London.
that's
I'm
right.
sure our viewers have gained a lot of insight into why Bloomsbury is such a strong choice for postgraduate study and undergraduate study in business, accounting, and finance and law, especially for international students. For everyone watching, if you would like to apply to Bloomsbury Institute London or learn more about available programs, you can reach out to our admission group team. We are always happy to guide you through your study journey step by step. So, and before we wrap up, I'd also like to extend a special invitation. If you're watching from Nigeria and are interested in becoming an official partner or representative of Bloomsbury Institute London, please feel free to contact me directly, contact our team directly. We are open to collaboration and ready to support you in every possible way. Mehdi, once again, thank you for joining us
Thank you so much.
today and sharing your expertise. And to everyone who tuned in, thank you for being part of this session. So don't forget to follow Admission Group all the social media pages on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube for more informative live sessions like this. Until next time, take care and goodbye from Admission.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.